welcome back to another video. So today, if you can't tell from the title and seeing my face with no makeup on, we're doing a tutorial. Yay! I have not done one of these yet, so I thought it was about time. And I thought my first one would just be fun to kind of show you guys my everyday makeup routine, but while using my oldest makeup products. These are so old. Some of them are just, they've been through it. So I thought we would just have a good time. I did not include my oldest brushes and stuff like that because I tend to cycle through brushes. Like if they're really old, I get rid of them. Same with beauty blenders because that's just not good to keep. So excuse my no makeup face. As you can see, I've got some breakout going on. I have some redness because my skin is super sensitive. So let's just jump right on in and get into the video. Okay guys, so the first step in my makeup routine usually is to moisturize. So I have this Daily Active Moist from Dermalogica. And this is definitely old. I've had this since I was in aesthetics school, so since 2017. It's old. I still do like this though. It's just a nice everyday moisturizer. I'm trying to avoid getting on my chin too much because of that breakout. I do get my neck as well, even though I don't put makeup on my neck. Okay, so next, my oldest primer. You guys don't judge me, okay? This is the NYX Born to Glow Illuminating Primer. I know like half of these products, you can't even get these anymore, but I'm not too sure about that one. This one is just a really like white illuminating primer. I'm not even kidding when I say it's white. It's white. And it's like a liquid highlighter. Don't know why I wanted this. I'm just gonna kind of rub him. Yeah. We're gonna look like a disco ball. So rub your primer in. Make sure I really focus it on my T-zone and my cheekbones because if it's an illuminating one, it's like where I want to shine the most. But it's not really gonna matter. I just think some primers do stuff, some primers don't. I don't usually reach for illuminating primers anymore. My typical primer is like the pore filling one or the smoothing ones. Those are really nice. So I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. You can already see like how shiny my face is. I'm gonna let this sink in and I'm going to be right back with foundation. Okay guys, so now that has been sitting for a few minutes, I'm still looking super glowy. I'm hoping the foundation can help. I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. This is definitely my oldest foundation, and I'm not even sure it's exactly my shade. It should be pretty close, but we'll see. If it's not, don't judge me. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. It's super thick. Like, it's always been really thick and full coverage and just really nice. That's what he looks like. Yeah, actually looks pretty close. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my e.l.f. blending brush. There's hair on it. It's not exact match, but it's okay. I'm just going to pat this in and then I'm going to take my sponge when I'm done applying it to my face and just tap it in. I need to grab a mirror as well so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so one of the eyeshadow palettes I'm going to be using has a mirror with it, which is really nice. A little sneak peek for eyeshadow. I don't even know if you guys can really tell what it is. If not, you'll just have to wait and see. Okay, the brush bristles are sticking to my face. I still love the coverage on this. I really do. I think that this is still really like good full coverage. It is a bit streaky though, but I think that's just the brush. Look at how like white it is. Okay, so I'm going to tap that in with the sponge now, and I like to do this just to make sure it's all nice and even and we don't have many streaks. So I'm going to finish blending this out and try to make it even, and then we're going to move on to concealer. Okay guys, so step 1, moisturize. Step 2, primer. Step 3, foundation. Step 4, concealer. And I have 3 that I've pretty old. I've had them for a while. I have 2 from NYX. I have the Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer in the jar, and then I have the Dark Circle Concealer in the jar, and then I have Glam Glow from Hard Candy. So this one is not actually old. This is like the third one I've been through. It's fairly new. I do love this. So I don't know, I'm going to put a little bit of this on under my eye, and I just like to take my finger in there to warm it up and apply it right there. I am going to blend that out in just a minute, but I'm going to apply the other ones first. I thought we could use like all three, you know, kind of mix it up a bit. The only thing is the Hard Candy one is very, very thick, and it can get cakey. So now I'm just going to take the other one, and again, I'm just taking my finger in there, and I'm going to put that right under the dark circle one, just to kind of make it not too peachy. I'm going to put that down here, and a bit on my nose. Okay, do I have an eye primer? I don't think I do, so I'm going to have to use some of this as an eye primer as well, because all my eye primers are pretty new. So, place concealer, pretty much, I do it under my eyes, my nose. Usually I do my forehead, but I don't have anything on my forehead that I need to conceal, so I'm not going to. I typically do a bit on my Cupid's bow, and then my chin. Plus, if you have like dark spots anywhere else, conceal those too. So I'm going to take this Glam Glow one, and I'm just going to put a bit on my chin. I'm being like really light-handed with this because I know it's super thick. So now, taking my sponge, this is just an e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, I'm going to dab it all in. I love, like, the Glam Glow one is really easy to blend out. It just can be a little bit cakey if you put too much. The hair on my nose. Oops. Okay. I didn't really use eye primers or anything when I first started doing my makeup. I don't really think I understood the whole concept. So I would just use concealer, and sometimes I still do just like to use a concealer. But I do have like a select few eye primers that I really do enjoy using. So that's all blended out. I'm gonna grab my powder, and I will be right back. Okay, so the powder I'm going to be using is the Airspun Loose Powder. However, I did want to mention a foundation that I brought out, but I totally forgot to, talk about it. The Cover FX Total Cover Cream Foundation, and just wanted to look at like the whole bottom. You see the whole bottom of the pan? Very old, so kind of forgot to mention that. Sorry. Forgot it was in my jar. So this is the Extra Coverage Loose Powder from Airspun. So I'm just gonna set my face before anything creases. I'm gonna go under my eye, and I'm gonna hit my lid with that too, so the concealer there doesn't crease. I'm just gonna bring whatever's left over all around. Again, sometimes I do like to bake. Right now it's pretty late, and I know I'm not going to be wearing this. Like, as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to take this off, so I'm not even worrying about baking. Like, literally, I just want to set it. But normally I would bake, just because I like the look that it gives. And it's really good for, like, longevity of your makeup, I feel like. Okay, we've set. I'm going to go get my face palettes. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so now that our base is done, it's on to face palettes, and I have two that are very old, much older than the others. I have the Lorac Pro Contour and the original Too Faced Cocoa Contour. So, this is what Lorac looks like. I've hit pan on 4 out of the 6. I'm really close to hitting pan on this one as well. I don't really use this one as much anymore. I just find it's really gray toned. And then this is the Too Faced Original Cocoa Contour. They did just revamp this and bring back like new packaging. So the top two shades, as you can see, I've hit pan on as well. This one down here is really orangey. So I think I'm gonna try to use both. Let's start out with the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I'm gonna take medium cocoa, which is this one that I've already hit pan in. just tapping off the excess. It's been a while since I've contoured. Usually I bronze. So what I like to tell people when they're contouring is do the 3. I know it sounds like everybody says that. It's just what I like to do. So I start with my cheekbone. I kind of like use a small angled brush. And then I go up my temple to my forehead. And then I bring it down. You can see the shadow. Looks really good. Okay, same thing on the other side. Starting at my cheekbone. Making my way up my temple. Grab more product if you need so. And then I do like to contour my nose a little bit. Okay, cool. So that is this one. And then I'm also going to take this Lorac Pro one. And I'm going to brighten up my under eye just a little bit using a big Morphe brush. I'm going to take a bit of the beige highlight and the yellow highlight mixed and just place this under my eye. Same thing. I'm just going to hit really like the middle of my face to kind of make it pop. Cool. So, I still like both of these. I don't use them often because I have new things. You know, I like to try new things. Now, moving on to blush. I've always liked this e.l.f. one. I think this is Pink Lemonade. No, Twinkle Pink. And this is a really good dupe for the NARS Orgasm. But my first blush is from NYX. You'll learn that I really did like NYX when I started out. This is the ombre blush in the shade Mauve Me, and it doesn't really open any more than that, which is kind of aggravating. It is literally mauve. So let's pop this on. I have a really fluffy brush. I'm just going in like that so I get all of the colors in there. Apples of my cheeks. And I'm getting my nose. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I forgot how much I liked mauve blushes. It's been a hot minute since I've used this. I can go a little overboard though, so I'm going to stop. And this is perfect, because if you find that you go overboard with a blush, take your powder brush and just blend it out. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to grab my setting sprays, which is my next step that I do, and I'll be right back. Okay, moving right along to setting sprays. I have 2. I tried to find the oldest of everything in general, so like if I have more than one thing that was pretty old, I try to grab both. I have the Too Faced, both of these are from Too Faced, the Festival Refresh from their little unicorn collection. Oh, he's already shaken up. I didn't realize it. If you guys can kind of see how it's all floating around. And then the Do You Watermelon spray. So they're both pretty glowy. I guess it's just going to be a glowy day. I'm going to go in with this one. I think it's a little bit older. And it smells really good. It still smells good. I kind of opened it up the other day. I was like, wow. Okay, so give him a good shake. You can hear the ball in there rolling around. Kind of hold him far away. I do like to spray a good bit just because I do powder my face, and when I spray it, it kind of just brings back that moisture. And then I take my little sponge and just tap everything in, because sometimes the sprayers can be a bit harsh and they just leave dots sometimes. So if you blend it out, it also helps you not to have dots on your face. Okay, now we're getting into eyes. I will be right back to show you guys my palettes. So when it comes to eyeshadow, I have 2 that are both pretty old. I have my Ulta Rose Gold eyeshadow palette, and this is what he looks like. As you can see, I think 3 shades, no, just 2 I've hit pan on. And then this is the one that I was using for the mirror. This is the Profusion Bare 10 Shadow Palette. They kind of look similar. Again, I just thought I would use shades from both. So let's just do that To start out with, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and go in. Did I really just break that? Guess I did. Oops. So this one does not have a mirror in it, it's just got a clear piece. I'm going to be taking the shade Processo, the white shade, to set what I already have placed on my lid. I like to do this just to have a nice base. Even though I did powder it, I'm going to set it again, very lightly. They're powdery. Ooh. Okay. Now I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush, and I'm going to be going into the Bare palette, into this really, really light shade right here. Kind of just want to do a natural, neutral look. Placing it all over the crease. I don't have a really defined crease, so I think you guys will find often I have to kind of make my own with the shadows. Just gonna have to create my own. Just because my lids aren't very deep set or anything, my eyes, you know, are just kind of meh. So I make my own, no big deal. Okay, to deepen that up a bit, because that's not very pigmented at all, I'm going to take a smaller brush. Let me find one. I'm going to be taking this Wet n Wild one. It's just a bit smaller. I'm going to need that mirror. I don't know why I keep putting that away. I'm going to take the shade Breathless, which is right here. It's just a bit darker than that shade. I am scared of it though because it's pretty powdery. I'm just going to place that over that shade to kind of give it some dimension. I'm being very light-handed. I'm kind of holding the brush in the middle and towards the outer part of the brush. Because if you put it too close, you're going to use too much pressure and it'll just make harsh lines. You don't want that. Okay, same thing going into that Breathless shade in the Ulta palette. Easy breezy. Now I'm going to darken things up even more, just when y'all thought I was done. I'm taking a even smaller fluffy brush. This is from Morphe. And I'm going to be going into the Ulta palette again. Taking the shade Desert right beside it, one of the ones I've hit pan on. It's a chocolate color. Coating the end of the brush, blowing the excess off. Probably shouldn't blow, you should probably tap, but oh well. I'm going to place this on my outer corner and blend that in. Just to darken up the edge. And now that that's done, I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush again, just the Wet n Wild one. I keep putting that mirror away, I don't know why. And I'm just blending it all in to make sure there are no harsh lines. Blending 101. Blend everything. Okay, now I'm going to put the Ulta palette away for now. Just going to lay him right there, and I'm going to be going into this Profusion palette for the shimmer shade, and I want to take the shade right here. It's really like a light shimmer shade. It's kind of mauve-y almost. I'm going to put that on my lid. It doesn't look like I have anything there. I might have to put something over that. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I'm going to take something different. I'm going to go into the Ulta palette and take the shade Champagne, which is up top here. It's really lighter, and I just want to brighten that a little bit. I like to use my finger. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I like to use my finger. You can just see how like brighter it is compared to that side. When I use my finger and I look down, I feel like it's just really easy for me to kind of place that onto my lid. Wow. Alright, cool. We're going to do our lower lash line. This is a hard candy brush. It's kind of just really small. I'm going to be going into that same Breathless shade that we used in our crease, and I'm just putting that on my lower lash line. Normal eye routine. Okay, I don't like to make my under eyes too dark, and I don't really wear bottom eyeliner unless I'm, you know, going somewhere or going to an event. I don't really like black eyeliner on the bottom, but I do like some white eyeliner, so Just gonna pop that into my waterline. I feel like it just really brightens my eye, and if it's too much, you can kind of take and blend it. I haven't used white eyeliner in a hot minute though. Like, it has really been a bit. And I'm not looking in the mirror, I'm just looking into my camera. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much I liked this. Okay, now, eyeliner or no eyeliner? No eyeliner. I just want it to look really natural and cute. Okay, so for mascara, I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This has been like a constant for me. Do I have another mirror? I do. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this on. I'm not curling my lashes or anything because, again, I'm just taking it off right after this. This is my third bottle of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and of course I'm making a huge mess right now. Wow, Alyssa, good job. Hopefully I can fix that. If not, I'll put powder over it. I'm a mess maker. Okay, I'm gonna finish putting this mascara on and try to clean that mess up. I'll be right back. So we are almost done, you guys. The dogs next door are barking. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear that. But I went ahead and put my hair down. I did my brows off camera using the City Color Bold Brow. Got this in an Ipsy bag a long time ago. It has been so good to me. I love the two colors in here, like the lighter brown and then the darker one. I just think it's really good for doing like a faded brow, like, you know, the lighter to the darker. I did not do that today. I just used the dark color, but I really do still love that, and it's like a favorite for me still, even though I've had it for so long. So moving right along to highlighter, and then we'll do lipstick, and then we'll be done. I just wanted a natural look today, like an everyday look. This Urban Decay Naked Illuminating Trio is my oldest highlighter. It's like, you cannot get this anymore. Look at that. Look at the middle shade. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but like, it has been used, baby. So we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go into the middle shade, which is Oasis, with one of these little Tarte unicorn brushes. It's so messy. It's so powdery. So the thing I hated was the packaging. It was so easy to get messy. This is a really glittery formula, not so pigmented. I'll swatch this for you guys, just to kind of let you see. It doesn't give much. It doesn't do much. I did love this though. I think because it was so subtle when I was first starting out and so glittery, it's like I must have. But you don't need it. I didn't need it. I'm just gonna add a bit of this to my forehead and my chin. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the shade Twilight, which is the pinker shade. I'm gonna put that on my inner corners as a highlight, and I kind of want to use all three of them. So I'm gonna take, is it Pyrite? Yeah, Pyrite is this bronzier shade, but I do kind of want to put it like on my lid. Maybe just going up the center. Ooh, pretty. This shade's pretty dark, you know, like if I were to use it on my face it'd be too dark, but I do, you know, did want to try it. Now taking the pink shade again, my brow bone. This brush is just going through it right now, man. Okay, I'll swatch this for you guys, just so you can see. There's Pyrite, the middle shade Oasis, and the pink shade Twilight. Wow, swatch this on the back of my hand. You can't even hardly see the other two. You can see where they are, but it's really hard to see them. But this bronzy shade is definitely the most pigmented. So last but not least, I have lipstick, and this is very sentimental to me. It was my first lipstick that I got when I started doing makeup. Again, from NYX. This is Whipped Caviar. The sticker isn't even on it anymore, but I do know what it is. Oh my gosh. It's almost gone. So I'm going to put him on. It's very like a muted rose color, but it's so pretty. Like, for a long time, this is all I would use. I love this. It comes off a bit more pinky now. I still love that. That is so pretty. So you guys, this is the end of the makeup look. If this were a full glam look, I'd have wing liner and lashes on. However, if you guys want a tutorial on how I do my winged liner, or how to put lashes on, or how to do brows, or just anything that you didn't really see today, or if there's a certain look you want to see, I'll be more than happy to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.